When it comes to builds in Dead by Daylight, a lot of the websites tend to recommend a lot of the similar perks, or sometimes they have perks that you don't necessarily have access to. And so, in today's video, about a week or so ago, I asked a bunch of you what DLCs or characters you presently have unlocked in DBD so that I can try to customize a build for you, specifically centered around Deathslinger because that's the killer that I play the most and that I have the most experience on. I went down through all the comments on the YouTube post. I also had posts on Blue Sky and Twitter, but nope, nobody replied there. They didn't understand the assignment. But I went through all the comments that I saw on the YouTube post that had different builds. Some of you had all the killers, so I can't really say, oh, just bring pain res every single time on those ones. So I tried to find some ones that were a little bit more unique and that gave me a bit of a challenge, and I came up with 5 different builds. To start with, we have Nis Neko, who says that they have Singularity, Springtrap. Well, you can see the full comment here, and I figured that you could actually have a kind of interesting build in the form of a sort of anti-chase and gen blocking build. Starting off with Genetic Limits, where anytime a survivor loses a health state, they suffer from exhaustion for 8 seconds, and this includes when you break the chain with Deathslinger. Then you have Dissolution, where after we injure a survivor by any means, again also by breaking the chain, Dissolution then activates, and then when a survivor vaults over a pallet, whether it's the one that you injured or somebody else inside your terror radius, they immediately break that pallet. Then we have Deadlock, or No Holds Barred, which is now a base perk that every time a generator is repaired, the entity blocks the one with the most progress for 25 seconds, and we see its white aura during this time. Then we, of course, have Deathslinger's own perk in the form of Dead Men's Switch, which every time we hook a survivor, this perk activates, and then the first survivor that stops repairing any generator on the map causes the entity to block it for 35 seconds. For add-ons, I figured that if some of you are kind of new to the game, you might not have much more than brown add-ons, and you want to hold on to your more valuable ones in the meantime. And thankfully, Deathslinger does have a pair of brown add-ons that are at least okay for the effects that they give, and that is with Spit Polish Rag, which decreases your miss cooldown by 0.25 seconds, and the Modified Ammo Belt, which decreases your reload time by 0.25 seconds as well. And then, of course, the Blood Point Offering, because everyone needs blood points at the end of the day. And hopefully with that build breakdown out of the way, let's go ahead and get ourselves some good DLC games. Well, as they say, gee dang it. This is not the map that I wanted to see. Underground Complex, my goodness, my old arch nemesis. I actually can't wait for the new Trickster chapter to come out, the PTB, because it means that I get to see this map less. Yippee! Because right now there's like, oh, I hit the railing, like the exact bit of railing that I would have fucking missed on any. Okay, well, now I'm just missing. Now I'm just playing bad. She doubles back slightly, so we just like aim at her, you know? We'll be fine. Reel her here. Doesn't really make a difference if we break the chain or pull there. Now, here's an interesting tip for some of you who might be kind of new to Deathslinger. If you land a shot at long range with Slinger... Oh, wait, you're just dead. That's unfortunate. She got caught on the collision there. But if you land a shot at long range with Deathslinger, 18 meters or whatever, it takes you 6.52 seconds to reel somebody in and hit them with a basic attack, after which you suffer a 2.7 second basic attack cooldown, right? So, you know, kind of just normal stuff. And the reason I'm pointing that out is because when you hit someone at long range, if I just break the chain like this, it takes 4 seconds or fewer, and I get to reload faster. So that's pretty fucking sweet, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright. If you wanted to play it this badly, then be my fucking guest. You wanted a body block. This was your doing. This was your doing. She probably has, if I were to guess, she probably has Decisive Strike, so we gotta wait another 45 seconds in order to pick her up, which we can't do right away. Unfortunately, that gen does eventually get done, but you make it work. Sitting on this corner here, very wise to not commit to a direction right away. I gotta go back for that slug person. Maybe I don't, actually. She gets picked up, but no doubt in my mind that she has Decisive Strike with how aggressively she was playing that. And that's the problem with Decisive Strike, right? Like, Decisive Strike is a perk that only gets value when you use it aggressively, and it only gets value against lower, or mostly gets value against lower tier killers, and it mostly gets value when when you're already winning the game, or when you're like close to winning the game. You know what I mean? Like, you can go on and be like, oh well, decisive strike prevents tunneling it, and really, I think that Japanese DBD players put it best. The best counter for tunneling in DBD is just being good at looping. that's all it is. Anyway, Devin switch on the gen upstairs here. I don't think there's anybody that's seriously working on that right now anyway, so let's just go back to Hook real quick. Prevent them from healing. You know, all that good stuff. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and I got my point. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm like getting all my... I can't remember half the stuff that I say. It's kind of a bad thing. This is somebody. Very astute observation, May. This is indeed somebody. There is a reason why there is somebody here. But hopefully we can make this build work. The problem is actually going to be chasing anybody because, yippee, I love indoor maps. Look how good this design is. Wow, I've had so many opportunities to use my power as my killer. I've had so much opportunity. Wow. Isn't this just incredible? Doubling back. No, he's not. Okay, thank goodness. I kind of gambled on that. Wow, look at how many opportunities I had as a killer to do anything with this. That's just awesome. I just missed that shot too. That was just a bad miss. A bad anticipatory miss. I kind of like half expected him to try and I don't know, do something else, I guess. Anyway, if that's Lithe, he doesn't have it anymore. But I'm just having so much fun on Hawkins, baby. Oh my god. Look how fun Hawkins is. Oh my goodness, this map is just so much fun. Oh, hey. Heard you drop out here. Let's go put you up on this hook over here. And where is Deadlock? Deadlock's over on that gen. Good, good. He's going to get on hook very quickly, actually. That person who dropped down is going to come back around and try to get him. And they drop down... usual hole that's like up here, I think. I don't remember. I don't. Ugh. This map. It makes me fly into a rage. A rage. Alright, kick this. There he goes. We just gotta go back to hook. This map is kind of impossible to find people on in a lot of scenarios, so we just gotta keep circling back and holding W. It's so much fun. I am having a great time. Okay. I kind of figured they might be in a locker. Maybe? Okay, well, I have no idea. They're on that gen in the portal room over there. But... wait, do I hear you? Where? Upstairs? Thought I heard Henatsu for a second there. I did. Sick. I missed because I thought he would cut inside sooner. Oh man, that's unfortunate. I mean, good news is that he's been touching himself, so that means that I can get him downed quickly. He does hold W, so we can also just use the map's geometry to our advantage. Look at this, yeah. And just holding W. I fucking whiffed. I could have hit that, but I fired a little bit too late on that, and now we're getting body blocked. Which is awesome. Ay, ay, ay. She does double back, though. We gotta remember that. I love this map. This map is so good and fun for everybody. Alright, here we go. Hold W. Woo! Yeah! Holding W simulator. I've had... this is... I fucking hate indoor maps. I hate this. This map is a scourge upon Dead by Daylight. I wish that Stranger Things did not repopularize this map again. Because what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? Yeah. Yippee! You get 7 straight hallways with pallets. Oh, and you can't, like, actually gain any reasonable information, and there's no punishment for just not holding W. Yippee! So much fun. That is so fun. Okay, so none of their gems have progress. We can tell because Demon Switch did not. Or, Deadlock activated on that gen there. Which means that the only gen they can really potentially touch is this one. Kind of figured she would go there. Nice little flick from me. Yeah, chain breaks faster. We still suffer the cooldown. Now we can go for you. Maybe. Oh, I almost had that actually. Hold on. See if I can get her to lose the 50-50 immediately. Ah, she's smart enough. She knows that it's dissolution. She's played it before. Also, this map sucks. Have I said this map sucks before? Because it does. It's really annoying. Yeah, look how much counterplay I have. Wow, crazy. Crazy amounts of counterplay. And they healed on that guy up there on this gen, so you can't counter against me. I'm so sorry. I'm far back. Whoa, I got stuck though. It's okay, she didn't have a vault back. We're fine. Alright, let's go break some pallets before we pick her up here. I am very annoyed by this map. I'm surprised that I get stuck on that geometry that badly. If she actually vaults back over the pallet, she makes it out just fine. But unfortunately for me, she doesn't. Or fortunately for me, she doesn't. Unfortunately for her, she doesn't. Yippee! Underground Complex! What a fun map! Having a great time. Yeah. Get over that. It'll be faster for me to break the chain here than it is for me to try and swing around it, you know? Because then she's in an awkward spot. If she vaults the pallet, it will be good for me. If she doesn't, she goes down anyway. And we can pick up again. Get another hook here. I did hear them on one of the center gens there, so let's go ahead and put you up here. Now, we gotta remember as well this person has Decisive Strike, because obviously, Obsession. Yeah, that last gen's done anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think we've still, like, had a good showcase of this build overall. Oh, Sprint Burst, I see. I see, I see. Oh, too bad it doesn't save you from that, but we do get a hit. I could probably two-tap her here, actually. If at all possible. Whoop. Okay, so she crouches. Good to know. It means I can just aim underneath the handrails and get her anyway. Everyone death hook, potentially? Well, I mean, an 8-hook game would be great. I doubt it, though. Oh, yes! Everyone death hook. Very nice. Well, you know what? An 8-hook game on Hawkins. Not too shabby with this build. I mean, if I'm playing a lot more mean, I could have just tried to tunnel the Hinatsu, but I kind of figured, like, if I was trying to, you know, split pressure, right? Oh, I thought somebody would be here. If I'm trying to split pressure, right? Or, you know, play with the most pressure that I can possibly have on the map. I know that Deathslinger's not going to the 1v4. I'm obviously, like, I know that. Obviously, I know that, right? Anyway. Bonk. Get you injured and exhausted. This person has Sprint Burst when she comes off the hook, unfortunately, so we do have to worry about that. Most likely these people are healing over by the exit gate here. So I have to hope that I can find the Ada and you. Ah, but that gate's open, isn't it? Damn. This person does just hold W, though, so we might be actually able to catch her off guard in this room here. We could get one kill out of this, which is totally fine. I mean, a 9-hook 1-kill game is like, it's so, I think it's reasonable for the way that we've played. Upstairs, she's on that pallet there. That's guaranteed to spawn. Oh, no, she's like way over here. I don't really have a good angle on this, do I? I really don't. Whoa, tap. Whoa. Whoa, where am I going, Fung?
Nowhere. Down you go, madam.
I think there was there a saddle box this game? No, it was last game. Basement's here, too. So we at least get the 1K. That much I am perfectly fine with. A good game all around. Some decent shots, and a decent showcase of that first build. Our next build comes from the DLCs and killers unlocked by Dr. Noodle Arms, which I looked at Ghostface, Artist, Onryo, Unknown Spirit, Clown, and Knight, and figured, you know, there's actually a kind of halfway decent gen kick build in here that you can use. And it starts off with Call of Brine, where after we damage a generator, this perk becomes active for 70 seconds. The generator that is kicked then regresses at 150% of the normal regression speed, and every time a survivor completes a good skill check on a generator affected by the perk, we receive a loud noise notification. Then we have Unforeseen, where when we kick a generator, our terror radius transfers to it for 30 seconds, and we gain Undetectable for the duration, and then it has a cooldown of 30 seconds after the Undetectable expires. Following this, we have Nowhere to Hide, where when we kick a generator, we reveal the aura of all survivors standing within 24 meters of our position for 5 seconds, and then Pop Goes the Weasel, where after we hook a survivor, the next generator that we damage loses 20% of its current progress. Now, this is getting changed in the PTV, so this perk is becoming slightly stronger to do 15% total progress instead of current, but this is an overall decent build for pretty much any killer. Deathslinger is probably not the best recipient of it, but I did say I was going to make Deathslinger builds out of it, so here's what we got, and here we go. What the hell? What is my map luck, dude? Okay. So for reference, right? Like, I usually just record these games back to back, and that's why you'll hear me referring to other games previously and what have you in the. Right? And the funny thing about this is that this is directly after the map on Hawkins, the game on Hawkins. I had a game on Nostromo earlier that I really did not play well. It was good. I can actually hit her around this. Just have to be pretty goddamn precise. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna swing. Oh, yeah, dude. Okay, so the idea behind that, was that I thought, like, if I swing and I miss the basic attack, I'm not gonna be able to make it behind her, and she, you know, safely makes the window vault. So if I swing instead and actually get her to panic vault, because I kind of assumed that she would, off of the hit that I landed on her, and I was correct in my assumption, I would be likely... Hey, none of that shit. Not without my permission. Anyway, I kind of figured that if I were to swing, she would vault in a panic, and I'm glad that I was correct. I'm glad that I had read that correctly. And we're close enough with this for that to not miss. Knock you down. We have basement here too, which is pretty darn good. I don't think they have a lot of gen progress presently, because they only have one person on a gen right now. So that's pretty good, because this Adam was following me with a flashlight the whole time, and then he went for the unhook save and died for it, and then the other person just healed her under hook. So gen progress gotta be pretty minuscule at the moment. I have a pathway out. My guess is like one of these corner gens out here. So we'll make our way over there. Oh wait, there you are. Oh, I actually almost had that. I almost had that correct. My guess was fire. It was a little bit early, but you know, you can see the vision. You understand what I was working with there. I'm gonna kick this actually, because we have Pop Goes. Get 10% progress reduced on that, and now we are undetectable. Spooky. He can shoot through that. I just aimed a bit high and to the right. You can shoot through that little mouthpiece, though. Girl, what? That's got to be one of the silliest things I've seen people do. On, like, unsafe pallets like that. Like, okay, so for your guide for dropping pallets against Deathslinger, some people would say, like, oh, don't pre-drop pallets against Deathslinger. No, I mean, you can. It's entirely a reasonable thing to do against Deathslinger. The thing is, you don't want to drop them on pallets that are, like, unsafe, right? Because I either get a guaranteed injury anyway, if you're uninjured, and if you're not injured, then okay, cool. Now I get to swing around the backside of the pallet, and you've just kind of wasted a resource off of it. I don't know. It's your guide is how big is the obstacle around the pallet. If large, then go ahead and do whatever the hell you want. You know, we don't have a doorway out that way, so we're just gonna run at this Adam here. Because I feel like he's going to be going for unhook saves. My general feeling is that he has, like, deliverance or something. I don't know who the hell I hit. Oh, it was the Vittorio. Nice. I was just kind of aiming. I kind of knew in general how I was going to hit that, but yeah. Having an undetectable perk on this map ain't half bad, honestly. Oh, I thought he'd cut inside sooner. That's my mistake. I keep doing that to myself. I keep thinking that people are going to be cutting inside a little bit sooner than they do. Anyway, this guy's on basement. He only has this window to work with. He doesn't have a lot of distance to go for either. You gonna make that window? Gonna make this pallet? I don't know what we're playing at. That's not exactly the angle that you want on that either, so kind of oh, I'm gonna get blinded by Adam here. Never mind. I thought that this generator indicated that there was an Adam nearby. Although there he is. He's over there on my right. I wasn't totally wrong. He is on this library gen again. Or he has been. Hey. Re-aim the window. Ah, he has finesse. Okay. Okay. Alright, buddy. Got him. Tagged him up. Also, I noticed that, the Talita has... Talita? Whatever, however you pronounce her name. Whoop. Gotcha. Anyway. Talita. I don't know how to pronounce it in Portuguese, I'm afraid. I know that Renato is like more of a H sound than an R, just because of the way that Brazilians speak Portuguese. The way the Brazilian Portuguese is spoken. We can kick this as well. Not like we're going to get a lot of value out of pop. More for the nowhere to hide proc. And we see you right here. Hey, how's it going? Take a hit. I probably should have avoided hitting her, actually, with that. Because the reason being that now if she has Dead Hard, it's like a super easy. Okay. Well, now it doesn't matter, actually, what she does. If she has Dead Hard there, it doesn't matter either way. And reload. Pick you up. Oh, they healed very quickly, too. Holy smokes. Holy frijoles. Okay, let me go put this person up on this hook over here, and then make our way back to this gen. I think that Adam keeps wanting to get his gen inside the library done. One case. Oh wait, no, library gen was done. This gen here that I was trying to do. Which you can hit over. These plants, thank goodness, don't have collision. Thank the Lord. And now if you have Dead Hard, you cannot use it. Oh, we're back on this loop again. Kind of awkward, though. He does have a vault here to his left that he'll take. We can just flick onto that. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Look this way. I kind of feel like there's an Adam behind me here. Let's go for basement, because we are close enough for that. Kind of hard. On some maps, you don't want to go to basement, because it's such a waste of time. But on this map specifically, where there's so many different corners and things to go around, if you're near enough to basement, you might as well just take the basement hook. I think it's this gen out to my left. My map knowledge. Well, I see you there on the corner. Hey. How's it going? No sprint burst, so it's something we do got to keep in mind. Let's kick this in the meantime. Get undetectable. There are nowhere to hide. You have an aura hiding perk of some kind. I wonder what that is. I can hit this. Fairly certain. Yep. Barely, but you can. You can. If you have to... So, okay. That's... What the fuck? How'd you get that far? Alright, whatever. Hey, look at that. We ate hooked again. Very cool. So anyway, the way that that works with Deathslinger is that if you start strafing the instant that your shot is fired, like... Let me showcase it, actually. If you aim here, right, and you fire, you can actually start strafing while the shot is being fired. And then while the shot... Oh, hold on. I beg to differ, actually. Anyway. you can start strafing as soon as the shot is fired. This guy's just burned his finesse, so we can hit that. Just break the chain here, because he's going to break it faster than we would normally get the pole. And then he vaults the window, so we can just keep chasing now. That's pretty good. They unhook. I don't really care. At this point, this guy is just dead. Goodbye. Sauce Dad 4000. Looks like you've been turned into sauce yourself. We didn't get... we barely missed the Pop goes the weasel hit there. But that's okay. Anyway, whenever I talk about positioning being really important with Deathslinger, that's specifically what I mean. Because if you position correctly in a way that you're going to get an oblique angle on any of the pallets, and then you can counter-strafe around it, that's what's more important. That's more valuable than trying to go for anything else. I think they might be back on this gen in the corner again, because this is the one that the... Rose? Lisa? I get the Rose and Lisa skins mixed up all the time. Or hiding perk, though, so we do have to remember that. But she's wearing a bright pink outfit, so... that gen's gonna get done. Nothing I can do about it. I'm too far away. And it did not have enough time to regress away from it. But it does give us information on where Survivor is. You can see how good this build is, though. Pretty sweet build. Break this pallet, too. Right next to this annoying-ass window. And then she's just in... this corner somewhere. Okay. I saw the scratch marks disappear in a corner. She hadn't walked around the corner in the backside, so I just made an educated guess on where she was. There she goes. And that generator in the corner is kind of getting touched up, but I don't think they've had enough time on it now to make meaningful progress. And now we just gotta find... I think this is Vittorio right here, actually. Hello. It sure is. Hey, buddy. I have a stealth perk. I bet I jump scared the shit out of you. Let's go put you up on a hook over here. Eat. Now to find our final target. In the form of this pink suited whatever the hell her name is. It's Lisa Garland, right? I'm locking that one in. Shit. I always get them mixed up. I've never played Silent Hill, I've never played Alan Wake, so I always get the two mixed up because they both have, like, the Lisa's skin has, you know, she's blonde and she has a red outfit, and then the Rose skin is pink, you know, has a pink outfit, and she's also a blonde. Like, it's, you know, it's similar enough visually for me to get them mixed up. Or at least that's what I think it is, unless I'm getting two different skins of the same character mixed up, and now I'm just digging myself into an even deeper hole. Anyway, that's going to be the end of that game. Really good showcase of how a good gen kick build can be built out of those killers that doesn't rely on going with pain res. I'll go ahead and take it to the next one. Our next build comes from the perks of Gaster. Not the one from Undertale, just the one that happens to be in my YouTube comments. You have the base 5 with Pyramid Head and Springtrap, and I figured with these killers you could actually do a pretty interesting little anti-heal build. And it starts off with Scourge Hook Weeping Wounds, or Gift of Pain if you have the Cenobite chapter, where whenever you hook a survivor on a Scourge Hook, they suffer from hemorrhage and mangled for 90 seconds after being unhooked, and then after they are healed, they then have a 16% speed penalty to healing and repairing until they are injured again. Then we have Sloppy Butcher, where whenever we basic attack a survivor, they suffer from hemorrhage and mangled for 90 seconds, which makes it harder for them to heal. Then we have Deathbound, where when a survivor heals another one, the healing one screams and activates Deathbound, and when they are at least 4 meters apart, the healer survivor sees the aura of the survivor they healed, but they suffer from Oblivious, and then Deathbound lasts until the healer loses a health state, so we give some anti-healing, we slow them down, and then give them a status effect that makes it harder for them to heal. Then we're also running Phantom Fear, where when a survivor within our terror radius looks at me, they scream and we see their aura for 2 seconds, and then it has a 60-second cooldown. Realistically, the biggest strength of this perk that we're trying to combo with is also comboing with interrupting heals with Sloppy Butcher and Gift of Pain, where every time if they get interrupted by screaming, they lose all that progress that they had from healing. So that's an interesting little build that you can do with what you have right now, and hopefully this will be some good anti-healing games. Well, it would only be fitting for us to use one of Springtrap's own perks on the map that he was introduced with. It's Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, ladies and gentlemen. Clap your hands, clap your cheeks. I missed ever so slightly. That's okay. We don't want to play ball pit room. Oh, I forgot. I had to restart my game, and so like my scratch marks reset because haha. Wow, that doesn't hit. I'm surprised that doesn't hit. I'm gonna reload here. She's gonna keep running for the corner here. A red light here. Gonna go this way. Okay. Take a hit there. Steve decided he did not want to play. We can take that shot there. I aimed kind of low. Whoa, I actually now have the chain bug actually screw me there. That's really annoying. Hey, buddy. You also want some frick. Is this palette or window variant on the... Oh, it's hard to tell. No, I'm not going to take time to figure out right now. Let's go pick up our lady that we had picked up, or docked down over here. Hello there, Aurella. Cheesed to meet you and see you and all that good stuff. I don't know where you're headed to, but you're going to be going onto this hook over here for a little bit of gift of pain. Yes. Yes, yes. There you go. We can't actually keep this pallet up because that pallet is a trap pallet. You might hear me refer to pallets like that a little more frequently now. It's like a term I'm trying to coin. But basically, trap pallet being a pallet that... Hello, Gibo. Gibo's a hell of a name. But a trap pallet basically being like a pallet that, well, it's a trap. I don't know how both of the shots that I've shot at this guy have, like, whizzed right in front of his face. But that one won't. That one will get just fine. There we go. A good hit. The reason we want to go for a hit there, because I know I've been talking about wanting to go for chain breaks more often at long range like that. Oh, almost had the timing. Just misaimed a little bit. Just slightly. But now that person has the debuff a little while. God, I'm like just ever so slightly misinterpreting this aim here. I need to reload, unfortunately. And hope I can land something here. Okay, I can get him now. Now we got him. Just making sure that he does commit to the jump. This is the #1 reason why I hate Phantom Fear, though. Here. Okay, nobody's here. I'm just hallucinating. 2 gens done, though. In the meantime, this is just what's going to happen when things go this way. Anyway, what was I trying to say? Trap pallets, yes. So there's some pallets that, like, you can pretty much guarantee hits on. Is what I'm getting at. And because you can guarantee hits on some pallets, I see you over there behind this dumpster. Oh, it's the Steve bot, I see. Nice. And they're changing this as well. Like, they're making it so that bots can't swing this hard against a Deathslinger in a future patch. Wow, that's reassuring. This is a really good perk. Second time we've seen it today, too. Take the bot, though. Totally fine by me. Good hit. If I hit her as well, it doesn't really matter, because we do have Sloppy Butcher. Unfortunate thing. I need to go... Is that... Okay, that gen's kicked. It's still regressing. That person here still? No, she's not. There she is. She saw me through this somehow. That is a Phantom Fear issue. Why do you have no scratch marks? Is there a boon in here? Anyway. This window, while it is strong, is not good against Deathslinger specifically. This pallet, on the other hand, is pretty decent. Tap it. I kind of figure that she'll crouch. Just gain myself some distance back. You can't dead hard when you're in deep wound. So sorry to say. And that gives me time to pick you up. Put you on the scourge hook over here. Hey there, fellas. How's it going? Make all that healing progress just melt away. And now we have 2 hooks onto you. And we can down you as well again, because it is the bot. We don't really care about the bot's feelings. Kick this. Keep an eye out for the Jake or the Daryl, which is also like what this perk can be good for. Nobody here. We know that because Phantom Fear hasn't activated. Thank you, Phantom Fear. Very cool. Oh. Okay. I guess I will just take my hit and go. Yeah. Okay, sure. Sure thing. If we're this willing to give our lives away like this, then I will not object. Like, if this is how we're feeling in the moment, then I'll take it. You know, I'll take the kill. This is like, if we're trying to unhook like that and getting your team killed like that, Eddie, I don't know what we're doing. To be totally honest with you. So they do heal. I'm assuming they healed on the gen they just did, which is like over in this direction somewhere. You can kind of like generally infer where generators are on the map because they always have set spawn locations, more or less. Like, there's 7 generators that can spawn. But then you think, like... Oh, I'm slightly out of range there. Then you think, like, oh yeah, well, there's 7 generators, 10 potential spawn locations, give or take. Maybe 12. Hold on. Oh, I hit the locker. No! I'm bad. I'm bad at the game. But if you think of it that way, right? There we go. That's a good shot. What's good, gamer? That feels good. That's a good one. If he doesn't actually, like, cut inside there... Oh, there's no way we're playing back still after I hit that shot. Damn. Nearly had him, though. He's not gonna... He's gonna wait on this hit here. He's gonna drop the pallet, too. He has to. Damn. Narrowly. Oh, I want to get this hit so bad. I might be throwing the game for it, though. I'm not gonna hit that the second time. I know I won't. Just greed the pallet. Funny thing is, I can just pull you to the window from here. But that pallet does not matter to me at all. You can just pull through this window here, and... It's specific to this map as well. I'm gonna give him some nods. Off of that. Those are 2 great shots. I'm just very happy about those shots. Anyway, that's a map-specific thing. That is specifically something for this map. I don't know what gen was completed, actually. I think it might have been one in the corner over here. I'm not sure. We're about to find out. I think it was this one in the back right corner. I was talking about generator spawns a second ago. And realistically, like, okay, so the way the generator spawns work is that they have a set number of locations that they can spawn in general. And if you think, like, I recently saw... Oh, God. This is why I hate Phantom Fear. Or, like, one of the main reasons why I hate Phantom Fear. Okay, so the bot's gonna take the window. It always does. And then now the Gibo over there has reduced progression speed. And we should be able to just follow this up real quickly. And we can walk him over to... We can walk this Steve over to that hook, too. Oh my god. Whew, ADHD is not helping me with these sentences. But, when you have generators in a specific location, these generators will always spawn kind of in, like... They won't spawn always, like, right next to each other. Like, this is probably the closest that a generator will spawn, and it just naturally causes 3 gens, because every generator has, like... I guess, like, fixed spawn points, so to speak? Yeah, still. Take that sharpshooter shot as well. And so when you are working on a generator, you're like, okay, there's this one generator in the center of the map, and you can kind of look around and be like, there's no other generators in the center of the map, though, so I do have to be kind of careful with that, right? Oh, this pallet's actually kind of nuts here, with this distance that he's able to get with it. Ideally, I would be chasing after the Steve bot back there, but... No, fuck it, we ball, right? He's just back in mid. Hey, I heard him walking all the way around, and so I was just waiting for him to pre-run it. Okay, cool. That works for me. I'll never finish a spiel with generator spawns. I think it kind of makes sense. Like, it kind of is... there's, like, some train of logic there. Anyway, they're on this gen over by Shaq, because they unhooked the bot, and the bot's going to go for a generator right away. Hey, sounds about right. The timing. Now the question is... Okay, you're there. I think the bot is... Over at the exit game, maybe? Anyway. Yeah, it is. Okay, sick. We can kill them on now. Excellent news. This is most excellent news for me. Now we can just go here and kill it. And then they're going to go for the unhook in the corner there. That's okay, we'll get our 2k. We get our 2k with 9 hooks as well. This is what I get for spreading hooks. I mean, I didn't really spread hooks that evenly on the Arella at the start of the game, to be honest. But, like, the Arella just tried to give up on hook. You could kind of passively hear her missing skill checks the whole time. We're not on that gate. No scratch marks, though. These people are elusive somehow. Don't know what's going on with that. I would like to be able to get information on them, but if I were to replace Phantom Fear in this build, because I would probably go for frickin' what's it called? I would probably go for Whispers, personally. Like, I hate Phantom Fear so fucking much. You have no idea. We can hit that there maybe, but I beg your pardon? Okay, he makes it to Shack now, that sucks. Although, it doesn't really suck that bad, to be honest with you. He has Dead Hard. He 100% has Dead Hard. So check this shit out. Ooh, I got you. Okay, he doesn't have Dead Hard. I was expecting him to, but he didn't. Cool. So we'll at least get a 3k out of this. I don't think that Eddie's anywhere nearby. It took longer to heal because he was off of a George Hook. And that'll be a neat little 3k to wrap things up for me. Most likely on the other door, too. I doubt that he's on this one. Or he's waiting for Jack. Yeah, he's on the other door. He'd be way out there. That's a good showcase of the build. Personally, replace Phantom Fear with Spies in the Shadows. Replace it with Whispers. I hate this perk. It's not nearly as consistent as a lot of people try to make it out to be because of that cooldown and because of that bubble that it makes, and you don't really get a whole lot of value on the aura reading. And also, it activates in the middle of chase, and so you activate in the middle of chase and it just becomes worse Spies from the Shadows. I'd replace this with Spies, but that's going to be that build. Funny enough, we played into self-care desperate measures to overcome botany knowledge, so a full healing build, and we still were able to hold some okay pressure overall. Anyway, on to the next game. Our next build comes from Godless Geostudent, who says that they have just the Alien chapter. And funny enough, if you have just the base killers and just the Alien chapter, there is a little bit of a chase build that you can put together. And it starts off with Rapid Brutality, where we can't gain Bloodlust, but when we hit a survivor with a basic attack, we gain 5% haste for 10 seconds, which is really good for Deathslinger because we're very rarely getting into Bloodlust. Predator, where when a survivor escapes a chase, we reveal their aura for 4 seconds, and then we have a 40-second cooldown afterwards. Enduring, which reduces the duration of pallet stuns by 50%, which has a really funny interaction with Deathslinger, so I'll show you how that works in-game. And then, of course, Brutal Strength to help us clear some of the pallets and some of the other pieces of utility around the map a little bit more quickly. And that's like a really good basic chase build that you can do with just the Alien chapter and with some of the base killers. Alright, we're on to Torment Creek. I actually think I've been gathering stats on all of my games. I have a video that I'm working on where I'm gathering stats from all of my games. I've already gathered all the stats that I need to. I just need to write the video now and talk about my stats and talk about a bunch of other things along the way and get that all edited and things like that. But in the now 37 games of Dead by Daylight I have played, this is the first time that I am seeing Torment Creek, or 37 games of Killer that I have played, and 100 games of Survivor that I have played. The first time me seeing Torment Creek. Anyway, scratch marks disappeared randomly. Check a locker, not there. A corner? I can't waste too much time looking for this person, whoever this is. I'm going to leave. I didn't see him at all. Did they spawn behind me? That seems strange. Unless they have like a crowd of separation, which would make sense. Some people back here too. See you there. Just the one guy? Just the one guy was reversed. The one gal, rather. An all female survivor squad. And we hold W. Alright. Sick. My favorite part of the gameplay is when the survivor just like held it. I heard about this. I shouldn't have shot there, but I was kind of hoping that I could catch the corner on her just fine, and apparently not. Not allowed, so... Whoop-de-doodle. My timing's a little weird. The, movement for Dead by Daylight kind of gets me fucked up, but that's okay. Let's just make that. Commandeer the pallet real quick. I have Unduring. This is not the funny interaction that I was talking about before. Could have gone for an M1 as well. Would have been better to do so. Oh, okay. Well, if we're just playing this pallet, then I think that you're being far too greedy with it. Did she? She did leave. Okay. I thought she was... I thought she was still on the pallet. Apparently not. We'll take that hit. Take you up as well. There's also, like, the nice thing about Enduring is that if you have Enduring, you can just get your gun up so much more quickly. People who try to blind you at pallets just immediately zone themselves with it. Now, I think the assumption is going to be that I have End Fury. Not the case. Not at all. Not even remotely. We can kick this. Doesn't really matter. Take out the last little bit of percentage that it has. We gotta walk over here now. Keep on schmoving. Then we can kick this. And then we gotta go back to that unhook. Because my pressure really is only centered around this Nancy back here. They've not gone back to touch the gen. I want to break this wall out so that this window becomes a lot weaker. They healed under hook. So... gotta generally infer that from the timing of the heal. So that heal is, if that heal is delayed a little bit longer, I know, like, oh, okay, they moved somewhere else to get the heal, and that was, you know, a better option for them. But in this scenario, no. See, the idea is there, my timing's bad, alright? That's just all it is. Just my timing is bad. That's okay, though. Oh, we're just running in a circle here now, aren't we? Wait, what the fuck? These people, man. People are so funny. Excuse me, madam. Oh, I went the wrong way. On this pallet. That's okay. Zone her off anyway. Oh my god, you are obnoxious, but you know what? Okay. Yeah, sure. Alright, we will. If you want to take a body block while you've already been hooked, and you touch a generator, then I will be inclined to follow up. I think that she has Dead Hard, though, so we don't have to worry about that. It is a very common perk that we run into. She won't create it a third time. So... what? How am I losing distance on you, though? What? Okay. If you have Dead Hard, you don't have it anymore. Basement's over in Shack. You touched a gen, so you don't have Decisive Strike, and you took a body block. Why? Like, I don't know. I know I'm probably gonna get, like, people really mad at me. Always do. But if you're playing like this, you know, like, you just kind of become your own enemy, you know? Like, I'm trying to chase the Ada. I'm trying to get a kill on the Ada. I see those crows settling on this locker, so I think there's somebody... yeah, there is somebody actively back here. I'm trying to go to kill the Ada. What have you not allowed me to do? Kill the Ada. Oh, I see you there. Aw, I thought I could get her there. I think my timing's just off, though. It's okay. We'll get her this time. Hello, 11. Now we're on Shack. Let's kick this while we have, So, usually you don't want to reload when you are playing Deathslinger, just, like, randomly like that. Whoa. Zone her out. Take the shot here. Because she thinks she makes the pallet, but she doesn't. And we have Basement here. They both healed inside of main, so main gen's something we do have to be a little bit concerned with. That's okay. Bring it down here. Main gen, probably going to be about 50% by the time we get there. Eat. On to the next survivor. Save ourselves a bit of time as well by kicking that generator ahead of time, because I know that she doesn't make a whole lot of distance off of it. Ideally, if this team really wanted to play well against me, they would be splitting the gen pressure a little bit more. I aim too low on that. It's okay. She gets the ball here. That's fine. You kind of unintentionally give it to her. Hmm. Unlucky. I'm not hitting these shots as cleanly as I would like, but again, it is just like, you know, Windows Live gaming. Oh, I was aiming at that, and I was like, ah, there's no way that she actually goes for that, right? And then she did. So, you know, it is what it is. Good little prediction shot there. They healed in underhook in basement as well, so I know there's 3 people back here. The only person I don't know about is Nancy, and she's likely on that gen back there in the corner. So, you know, just kind of using map knowledge stuff. I could have hit that too if I had committed. But I did not. Down you go. Zone her out anyway. And is that gen in the corner? Oh no, that's the one over by Shack. That's right. That's right. Yes, yes, yes. That makes sense. Put you up here. 1, 2, so probably like this gen here is the one that I'd be the most concerned with. Because we didn't see the Nancy earlier on main. Or at least I didn't. Maybe you did. Maybe you at home were like, oh, you missed the Nancy. I know I did. I miss survivors all the time. My eyes, they don't work. Got them cataracts. Get it? Cause cat. Anyway, hey, look at what I said. It would be about 50% when I get there, and it was. Oh, it was an insta heal. Get that gen there. I see. We kind of have a 3 gen back there. Is something I unintentionally played into. And I bet they already fully healed. So I'm going to assume that they go back for main gen here. Or this gen in the corner by a harvester. Hard to say. There is somebody on this, no? Well, they're all healed, so there's no reason that they wouldn't be going for a generator right now. Ah, there's Ada. Perfect. Exactly. Not exactly who I was looking for. I'm more looking for this Nancy here, but I overflicked. I knew in my head, like, immediately, like, oh, I sent that too far. This shot again. Hello there. How are you doing? Gotcha. That's what you do with Enduring, by the way. When you pull them into a pallet and you M1 them, if they stun you off of the pallet, you have enough time to turn around and hit them with the M1 in return. So, pretty funny little combo. Or a little tech, I guess. Now it's the Ada and the Nancy that we must be concerned with. Could also try and go for the 11 here. Ah, she's too smart. She's too aware. Let's go chase these people off real quick. Is that Nancy, actually? Hold on. Yeah, it is. Sick. Exactly whom I'm looking for. Both of you, actually, are, like, prime targets for me right now. Oh, I didn't hit that. Oh. Sound like an old person. Oh, my bones. Oh, my old bones. What's up? Bonk. Take a hit there. Do a round of brutality, so we can just kind of run at you here. And hit this. Okay, here's the little trick. Look up. Ah, damn. Unlucky. Yeah, fuck you. You can stay down on the ground now. For them. For all of that business. You're walking here. All of that work. And you die for it. Deservedly. If Zarina wants to go down for her sins and troubles, then by all means, allow me to kill the Nancy still and get free pressure on you. And there's only one person on the generator in this main building, and it's the 11, who should have it pretty close to done, actually. Oh no, no she doesn't. Like 50% maybe. And we have successfully walked ourselves into a 3-gen. Ah, damn. Not quite, though. Potential that there is deja vu. Prove thyself, all that sort of good stuff. And on a map that's as massive as Torment Creek, even though Torment Creek is a good map for Slinger in terms of the shots that you can land, the problem with it more lies in... Yeah, hold on. Dude, the new perk that's, the one that, like, makes you drop pallets faster is gonna fuck me up forever. I can already tell. Let's hit this. an easy tag for sure. And, nope. Dead hard. No dead hard. Just dead. Oh, we can take a basement. I'm gonna do that exactly. Now, this might be more difficult to manage. Come to think of it. And Shack Palace still up. Maybe I shouldn't have gone basement, actually. But it does take him more time to get out. So, you know, 15 seconds of endurance and haste and everything allows them to clear 66 meters worth of distance. Thankfully, by my estimation, those doors are much further than 66 meters away. Let's go up here on the high ground. Spot anybody running over here. Doesn't quite look like it. Be very vigilant. So it's that door over there that was open. An eye out for somebody on that side. You just kind of glance back at the entrance just in case somebody tries to double back for it. Do we get anything more out of this? Maybe? We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, you can tell, like, this build is still pretty damn fun. That sucks that I missed, though. I'm surprised that she actually was able to get in this quietly and this quickly. Like, legitimately. You know? Okay, this will work. Just fine. I'm fine with hitting you, too. Like, you are absolutely not safe, no matter what. They'll go for... Okay, she's going for the door. Let's just go for her now. Now that everyone's injured. And keep on running at her. Hopefully we get it in time. Get to her in time. Let's see. Yeah, she vaults it, sure. She gets her life, sure. But that also means that she doesn't have dead hard, so you're just dead. For that too. Cool. Take her little 2k out. And get this hit. Up here. And that's a 2 kill at 8 hooks as well on Torment Creek with no regression perks. I mean, that seems pretty solid to me. And you also got to see what you can do with enduring in this matchup, so that works out pretty darn well for me. We'll go ahead and take you into one more final build. And for our final build, we have Agitation, Skirt Chook Weeping Wounds, No Holds Barred, and Spies from the Shadows. And this is what I consider to be one of the best builds that you can take out of any of the base killers plus the basic perks that you can get. In fact, if we type in the word general, and we look at general perks, you can see, you know, Weeping Wounds or Gift of Pain as it used to be known, No Holds Barred or Deadlock as it used to be known, and we also have Spies from the Shadows here, which is all fairly decent on Deathslinger. If you have some advanced techniques, you can actually go for Unrelenting, but I wouldn't recommend that to a new player. Other perks that you can potentially run if you really wanted to would be things like Hex Plaything or something along those lines. But let's actually go over the perks that we have here. So the only perk that we have that requires a killer unlock is the Trapper, which is Agitation, where when we are transporting a body, our terror radius is increased by 12 meters and we have 18% haste. So we move faster when we're carrying a survivor. Then we have Skirt Chook Gift of Pain or Weeping Wounds. We saw this perk earlier in the Springtrap build, but I wanted to bring it up again because it's just a really good general perk where when a survivor is unhooked from a Skirt Chook, they suffer from hemorrhage and mangle for 90 seconds. The first time they're healed, they suffer 16% speed penalty to healing and repairing. Then we have Deadlock, where after a generator is repaired, the entity blocks it for 25, the one with the most progress for 25 seconds, and then Spies from the Shadows, where crows will give me a visual cue when I am within 36 meters of a survivor that disturbs a crow, and then it has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Now, normally I don't like running this perk because it does kind of give you all these bubbles that make it hard to see sometimes, but if you're having a hard time finding survivors and you have a hard time reading what crows do specifically, this can be a really good perk to learn where they are. A perk that I always really like playing is Whispers, where we sporadically hear the entity's whispers when standing within a 32 meter range of a survivor. So basically, if they're inside of our terror radius, we know that they're kind of somewhere nearby. And I like using this for the early game so I don't waste my time looking for survivors. Also, there's a lot of people running the We See You and Distortion combo, so this counters that as well. It counters people hiding inside of lockers. Kind of gives you a general idea of where people are. And it also lets you know if somebody's on an exit gate in the late game. So has its uses for kind of like resetting where your positioning is. If it's off, you're in the wrong spot, and you can leave that immediately, which is really cool, which is why I like Whispers quite a bit. But it's a bit more advanced. Spies from the Shadows is a little bit better for beginners in general, or people who don't have a whole lot unlocked, and this is what I would recommend you try out. Well, I mean it when I say break. Start the video off with Underground Complex, and now on our Generalist build, we have, yet again, Underground Complex. I hate it here. I want to be off Matthew Cote's wild ride of Underground Complex. I'm going to complain about it. Again, I'm going to be the nastiest little bitch about this map, because there's nothing fun about it. There's no skill expression with Deathslinger that comes into play when you're playing on this map, because it's all just, oh, you know, it's an indoor map. You just hold W on everything, and then you just go to the next palette, and it's like, oh, good. Look at all these fucking great opportunities that I've had to actually get anything done. Oh, wait, I don't have anything because this person has balanced landing. Oh, look at that chase that I was able to maintain. Yippee! Oh, I'm having so much fun. I'm honestly, you know, if you ask me, I'm having a great time. I also love how every single tile in this map, every single one, is like the most boring shit to play on. It's like, oh, okay, well now we just run the palette. Reload real quick. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. You just run to the palette, and then it's like, well, and now that you're a 110 killer, and you have to have line of sight to actually... Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate this map. Don't you understand? Come back here, Caitlin. I'm going to stab you in the ass. Alright. I got it out of my system. I'm all good now. I mean, it's like really good pressure, actually, for me to be able to get a... like a turnaround hit onto the Kate there. So, you know, not so bad. It's just that this map still sucks my gigantic nads. And I mean, she's back here. On this corner. Where she was. We walked back, though. I tried to, like... outpace her a little bit there, using the map geometry to my advantage, but unfortunately, there's no fucking advantage to be had when you're on god dang Hawkins. At least I can shoot through the railings, though. That's kind of a nice thing. Like, but then again, it's like the thing that I don't like about playing Deathslinger on this map, even though I do consistently get good results on this map, and the reason why we're seeing it so much, it is my most frequent map, by the way. I've seen this 11 times in 138 games now. Between Killer and Survivor. I played 100 games of Survivor for this video that I'm working on. I know, I'm so brave. I'm so powerful. I thought she would keep running. And that was partially correct, but again, I'm just like a little bit early on my timings. Anyway, 137 games, 11 of them, roughly 10% of them, slightly under, it's like 8% of them have been on. I know there's someone else back here. I literally just saw you turn this corner. Oh, but yeah, I actually can't follow up on that pressure at all. Because, haha, XD. Great map. 11 of them have been on Underground Complex. I hate playing it as Survivor. I hate playing it as Killer. Like, it's miserable on both sides. Because now... whoop-de-fucking-do! Alright, anyway. There's that angle you can get too. But it's like, it's so boring. It's so boring. I hate playing Deathslinger this way. There's nothing fun, goofy, and interactive about this. Because every single time it's just like, let me just hit over a pallet. I'm sorry, I'm bitching over like the build. You know, like the point of the video is to play the build and kind of like showcase how it works. All that good stuff, right? But like, come the fuck on, man. Can I stop getting this map so much? She has a pallet. Oh, girl. Oh, I hit the railing though. Or something. I don't know what the fuck I hit there. I think I hit the railing. But it looked like I hit the space above the railing, so, you know, who's to say, right? I'll just vault both of these windows. I should be able to pressure her into another vault, right? I can't hear her vaulting. Yeah, now I can. Yeah, just aim low enough. Just take her time. Down you go. Spies from the Shadows is going crazy, by the way. She was still injured as well. Thanks to our perks that we have. And also thanks to our perks that we can actually make this distance necessary back to this pain res hook. Or, not pain res hook, I wish it was pain res. But Weeping Wounds hook. Now we've slowed this down yet again. I hear there's progress up there, I don't care. On this map, you can't really spend time on any of the, oh, shit, I thought I would catch her sooner. You can't really spend any time on the, upstairs gens, because you're just gonna waste your time if you do. Oh wow, life, that's crazy. This is like the 30th time that I've played 38 games of Killer, and I have seen Winner's Opportunity 40 times? At least since I've been gathering stats, you know, obviously not all time that I've only played 38 games of Killer. Girl, what are we? What? Person is so lithe-brained, holy shit. Okay. Moonwalk it. Swing. Down she goes. No such thing as, dead hard when you have a lithe active, so... Should be perfectly fine here. Person's running to the corner there. I think that's the... If that's the Gabriel, he's the least attractive target for me right now. Just because, well, you know. A couple of gens almost ready to pop here. Pretend we leave for a second. And then trim back. Oh, I thought they would be at least on the gen again. Okay, well. I didn't leave far enough, apparently. Ah, fucking sprint burst, I think. I think that was sprint burst, or that was like the weird visual bug. You know there's that visual bug where it looks like that person's gonna be running some ways? And then they're like, oh, actually I'm gonna jump forward like I've been passing through time. Here's bounce landing. That's right, we remember this. Sick. Well, I'm gonna keep chasing, I guess. This is our one of our dead on hook survivors, so I really don't mind this at all. Break the chain here, it's faster. Faster than trying to reel and swing. We still get the injury state all the same. He hasn't left this yet. Vaults it again. Vaults it a third time. Should be your death. Bounce landing also means no dead hard. None of that. None of that business. Now let's get schmoovin' to other locations. Is there anybody here? Can I stab you? No. Okay. Let's just go down here then. Put you up on this hook. It does lose one of my scourge hooks. That's okay. We'll be fine. I think that we're in a decent enough position now. Nobody on this gen, it's just somebody back here for some reason. Not entirely sure why. I shouldn't be chasing around where there's no gens, though. Need to be kicking people off of the gens, so to speak. Bounce landing, though. Good use on this map, honestly. Can't really blame her for that at all. Hey, Gabriel. You're kind of like the last person that I want to see right now, actually. Just take a swing here. Oh, I'm not going to catch this in time, though. We just have to swing now. Because, oh, I almost have him. The chain bug there actually nearly screws me over. And if you're wondering what the chain bug is, well, whenever the chain, like if we're here, well, I can kind of, I don't know. I've made a bug report about it on the beta hub, and it's been not marked as high priorities, so that's great. Not being able to get downs on my killer because of an inoperable mechanic, but that's fine. Anyway, so the chain bug is that when... I hear you on my left. Oh, I almost had her. If I aim a little lower, I get her there. Funny enough. Anyway, when the chain is, like, passing to the left of an object, or when the chain has an object to its left, excuse me, it's passing to the right, it will... Oh, sick. Okay, actually the game's almost done. Nice. Doubles back here? What? Down you go. Let's go back for the unhook. I have to leave this person on the ground and pressure two people. Yes, yes. Because then this ends the game faster. He's in here. We know that because of spies? Around here somewhere. Oh, where did you go? We disturbed that crow, so that's from us. There, this guy goes second stage. Wait. Crow in here. Perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. Anyway, this is a faster way to end the game. Is leaving the person slugged and then going for the last person, which is our Death Hook 11 here. This does not matter quite so much. We can just break the chain here. Faster injury than trying M1. She has Lithe, so she's trying to get away with it. Which again means no dead hard. We might have also unintentionally canceled out. Hey. Anyway, down you go. She's still here, is she? Yeah, she is. Sick. Ugh. And then fake her out, and then we just kill her now. Thank goodness. Thank goodness she did a gen instead of going for the unhook while I was chasing the other 11. That feels pretty damn good. That was like some pressure that we had to kind of revert, considering the build that we had. But you can see the value that we get out of agitation and everything. There was something else that I had mentioned prior that I just completely forgot about. Because, you know, being able to remember things is a damned curse. Anyway, that'll be the end of the game. A good little showcase of every kind of build that you can have, and of course a showcase of Underground Complex. Cannot wait for the next patch to come through, so we stop seeing this map so often. Oh my god. I think, actually no, I remember what the rant was now that I've rearmed myself with it. The rant was that, holy shit, it's 3 windows of opportunity. The rant was that Hawkins is a map that I hate playing on as Deathslinger because every single tile plays exactly the same. You get to this kind of weird filler palette, I shoot you over the filler palette because the only opportunity that I generally have to hit any shots at range of any quantity really is going over the palette or going through the handrails. And it's like, okay, you can hit the shots through the handrails, that's fine. That's something that you learn, but then there's no greater expression off of that. And then every other part of the map just completely relies on you holding W in a certain direction. And then when you finally do catch up to the survivor, guess what? They're on a pallet, so you have to shoot them over the pallet again. It's so boring playing on this map. I hate how it's designed. I hate that it's like, it's shown up so often because of the Stranger Things Part 2 chapter, and I want to see it less. I'm looking at my stats that I have from the maps that I have played. I have not seen a single coal tower. I haven't seen Greenville Square in 138 matches. Like, where's my map variety? Why is it that out of the 138 games that I have played, 36 of the games that I have played have been on indoor maps, and that's between Killer and Survivor, and a variety of killers. I don't just play Deathslinger. I've played Oni, I've played Spirit, I've played Chucky, I've played Demogorgon in these games. 26% of the games on Killer and Survivor combined, I have played on an indoor map, when there are only 6 indoor maps out of 44 in the game. It's 1/7. That's like, what, 12%? Good lord. Anyway, I'm a little miffed, as you can tell. I'm sorry for getting heated over this game, but Hawkins just makes me see red, and I am such an advocate for torching this map, and I would be very happy if I never saw it again. And now that we're here at the end of the video, now that we're here after having seen all of these builds and everything, some people might also ask, you know, what killer should I prioritize next for my perks? And my suggestion is that Henry the First, this guy down here, he has 3 really good perks for basically every killer in the game. If we look at his bio, here we go. Turn back the clock, really good perk, probably one of my favorite perks for Deathslinger right now. Secret Project, really fun stealth perk that also kind of counteracts anybody trying to do Hex or Totem or Boon-based builds. Hive Mind also makes the macro a lot easier. You don't really need this perk necessarily, but being able to see all of the generators' auras across the map and being like, oh, that's where I need to be next, is a really good training tool. It's kind of like Windows of Opportunity is for survivors. After Henry, another killer that I actually do suggest picking up in terms of a licensed killer is going to be the Ghostface. Ghostface chapter is relatively cheap, and the reason being that I think that Eyeball Ears is a really good perk for a couple of killers, but also decent for Deathslinger because of your ability to see auras through windows when somebody jumps over a window or jumps over a pallet, or even into a locker, I believe, right? Yeah, performing a rushed action, so that includes jumping into a locker. And then you also have Thrilling Tremors, where every time that you pick up a survivor, all of the generators across the map are blocked for 16 seconds, and it resets every 30 seconds. So basically, this also works similar to Hive Mind, where you pick up a survivor, all the generators get blocked, you hook, and then you look, that generator over there is unblocked. There will be survivors over there working on that generator. So it gives you good information and also passively slows down the game. Furtive Chase is also kind of funny. It's not a great perk per se, but it's an undetectable perk. It gives you haste. It's fun on a lot of killers. I think that Ghostface is honestly, like, for his perks alone, is a really good killer, even though Ghostface himself is probably like the weakest killer in the game. Another killer that you could pick up if you really wanted to would be the Demogorgon. Demogorgon has two of my favorite perks, Surge and Mindbreaker. Although Surge is kind of bait nowadays, I think that Surge is just better replaced by Turn Back the Clock or any other sort of form of slowdown. I don't really like running Surge nowadays because you'll either get a down on a survivor and they're nearby 1 gen and that 1 gen explodes. And it's like, that's kind of okay, but then after that, the rest of the pressure that you have on the map just isn't all that great. Then, if you actually hit a generator multiple times, there's a potential that you're actually hitting a generator that has like 4% or 3% overall. And that also becomes problematic because you are losing value off of this perk on a generator and then causing it to reach that regression threshold sooner than you might expect. And so late game, if you're in a really tense situation and you need to actually block that generator, Surge can actively work against you if the game goes on for far too long. And then Mindbreaker as well. Mindbreaker I just like because it prevents people from pre-running off of generators with Sprint Burst. It's a personal preference thing. So Demogorgon's not too bad. If you're looking for some other original killers in the game as well, two decent ones to pick up would actually be, where the hell is he? The Trickster. Because Trickster, especially on top of his rework, crowd control's getting changed. Starstruck is a really funny perk on Deathslinger because you pick somebody up, you can bring Agitation, which is good with Deathslinger. And Agitation, Starstruck, anybody that's in your terror race becomes exposed to the next person that you spear if they're nearby. You can instantly down them with this perk. So Starstruck does get a lot of value, especially if you're running into a lot of altruistic squads. So it's a really good anti-swift perk in general. Crowd control's not great on Deathslinger, but it's like, it's kind of a nice bonus anyway. And the No Way Out also really good for Deathslinger because if you miss a lot during the games but still get your 4 different survivors hooked, you kind of buy back that time that you spent reloading and missing and everything. So No Way Out's not too bad either. And then finally, a really weird one, but one that might actually work just as well, is the Twins. And it's because of 2 specific perks that they have as well, that being Coup de Grace, where every time a generator is completed, we gain 2 tokens up to a maximum of 5, and then when we lunge the next time, we increase the distance of our lunge attack by 80%, which Deathslinger's attack off of a speared attack counts as a lunge, so you can hold somebody in place and hit them from really far away and turn some of those pallets that might be kind of close into extremely unsafe ones anyway. So this perk's a bit cheesy, but it's good on Deathslinger. I do highly recommend it. And then Oppression, also a little bit cheesy, but not terrible for Deathslinger because it gives you cross-map gen regression that you can't normally maintain. When you kick a generator, up to 4 other random generators begin regressing, and then it's only a cooldown of 35 seconds. It's really not that bad. And basically this means that you down a survivor, you kick a generator, and then you can either see the survivor miss the difficult skill check that Oppression creates, and you know where their pressure actually is, or you just passively regress all of the generators like an uncleansable ruin every 35 seconds. And I think that's also pretty freaking stellar. So really decent perks. Those would be my suggestions for any killers that you might be looking to unlock in the future. So that'd be the Trickster, the Twins, the Demogorgon, the Ghostface, and of course the First or Henry. And yeah, past that, there's some other things that you can kind of mix and match here and there. I actually have a video that I made, a tier list of all of the perks on Deathslinger, and talked not exactly in length about them, but I talked about their placement and the reason why that they were generally all placed there, and reasons why you should try running them. And I think that about does it for this video. So thank you all so much for listening to me ramble about Hawkins and about different perks and things. And I hope you all enjoyed this little experiment. I have a new video essay on its way talking about perk variety in games, and I will have that one up hopefully in a week or two, as soon as I get done writing it correctly in the way that I like to hear it, or in the way that sounds correct to me. And once I'm done with that, that'll be when I see you next. So take care, everyone, and goodbye.